Start screaming. Start streaming. Don't you fucking die on me. You ever given CPR?
No.
You ever done mouth to mouth? You ever done ass to mouth?
Yes.
Was he nice about it, or was he gentle with you?
He was pretty nice.
He was cool.
Yeah.
Fucking breath smelled like shit.
Literally.
Yeah. How's everyone doing on a Monday night? You guys think the good Monday Night Raw's on TV? Well, you're gonna watch some real Monday Night Raw right here.
Yeah,
Jocelyn,
buddy.
what's up? Fernando, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here, everybody. So happy to have you. There's a fucking multi-trillion-dollar tree service outside my room, outside of our recording studio right now. Just chopping up trees.
Yeah, they're not making it fun for us.
Sarah, she's in Dayton. All right, what's up, Sarah? Andy? I think Andy was the one that he asked about my pocket knife on Instagram. I was gonna write him back, but it's a Gerber. It's a big old motherfucker.
Like the baby food company?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's for making baby food. There's a big old meat cleaver thing. It's like a...
Nice. That's pretty sweet.
I'll kill everybody in the room with this thing.
I like that.
I will... I'm not going to put the link anywhere because that's a lot of work for me to do. But just know, Andy, I saw your comment. I think that was you, buddy. Gerber makes knives? Good to know. It's a poop knife. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yep.
He said that's not necessary. It is necessary because sometimes get some shit going down.
Yep.
Absolutely. It's fucking going down.
Hell yeah, doggy.
Hello, Sparky. Hello, Soap. Hello, Luis. Loose for AC Imperial. Frank, Jesse. High Call Ray. Joey. Junders Plumbing. Plunkett.
Hell yeah, dude. Party.
All right, let's get this thing going. If you ever get a boner in your ears pop, you've come to the right podcast. Welcome back to the Bro Ohio Podcast.
Hi.
We're just absolutely ecstatic that you guys are here with us. You're spending your time with us. You're going to spend the next couple hours listening to us talk about some really deep, dark stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're one of the U.S. government operatives that's assigned to listening to this podcast, I think you have a haircut like a dickhead. I think your barbed wire tattoo is stupid. I do not like it. You probably got puffy nipples from all the steroids you do, even though you guys have like this kind of brotherhood thing where, you can test positive for steroids and still pass your little fucking drug test, you little sissy. Come find me and knuckle the fuck up. Find out what it's like to ride the lightning.
It's a straight challenge.
Straight challenge in the street. No guns, no knives, no bombs. Just these 5 fucking knuckles.
Just 2 men with 2 hard dicks the way that God intended.
And every time I get in a good fight, I like to make out with the guy afterwards just to show that even though you got beat up.
That's what you got to do, man. If anybody ever squares up with you, you just got to just drop your pants.
Yeah.
And if he still wants to fight,
fucking kiss me.
He's all about it.
Yeah, man. A lot of people don't play that game, but I do.
You trying to fight this wiener with your mouth, boy?
Oh, you like those rape fantasies? Is that what you like? Come here. Let's say thank you to our new Patreon subscribers, starting with Ryan, the Rhymer. Thanks, Ryan. Rhymer. Thanks, buddy.
And next we got, I don't fucking know. Maybe Kimmy D's?
Kimids. Kimmy and her
D's.
Kimmy and her D's.
Yeah.
Did you like Kimmy Gibbler?
No.
Nope, you didn't like her?
Nah, I wasn't a fan.
I kind of had a crush on her until they really started pushing like the stinky feet thing.
They did push that really hard, man.
And I don't like stinky feet, bro.
No, that's the.
There's
yeah.
no reason
It's a red flag.
you can't bend over in the shower and give them little dogs a bath while you're in there.
Very true.
Wash them bad boys off.
Mm-hmm.
Black socks, though, it doesn't matter what you do in them. They stink when you take them off. It's kind of hard not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little, not stink, they just got a little funk to them.
Yeah.
Little fuck funk. You ever heard of that before?
I haven't. I'm glad I have now. Makes sense.
I get that, like, we get one of them late night sessions, and the next morning I just wake up and go.
Yeah.
You get that fuck now.
Ah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That good shit. How about Jen? Jen. That's Jen with a J. Thanks for being here. It's an absolutely gorgeous first name. I can't imagine your parents, the infinite travels they had to go through to discover that name, Jen. But we're happy to have you here.
And next we got Bradley Shelby.
He's a handsome devil, too.
Yeah.
He's a handsome boy.
He's got a good dick on him.
God, good-looking dick. How about Hunter Roberts? Old Dick Hunter.
Our boy.
You think it's him?
I think so.
You think it's him?
I think so.
I love the man if it is him. But nonetheless,
if it's not, I fucking hate you.
Hunter Roberts, you are number one here in the Bro Ohio studios, buddy.
The number one at number twos.
This
It's my turn.
Are you done? Fucking
Sorry.
having a stroke.
Gage Saunders. Thank you very much, Gage.
Hey, Gage got a big MMA fight coming up. He fights out there at Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Bozeman, I believe, somewhere up there. He got a big fight. He got a good fucking record. Probably got a big, hard fucking set of balls on him. Them MMA fighters don't have dicks anymore. They only got balls. Hard like a fist for a nut. Just two nuts, two fists hanging. He's doing the shit. But then his girlfriend, she's a badass too. She was there on the UFC Contender Series.
Nice.
They're doing big things, but they said they want our stickers to put on their fight banner.
Fuck yeah.
So they're going to do it free of charge. I'm holding them to it.
Nice.
I'm not paying for shit.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
I'm not even paying my own fucking bills. Gage, good luck, buddy. We love you, man.
Yes, sir.
Jacob Lewis. J. Lou. I used to work with a guy named J. Lou. Huge fucking boobs. Bad attitude.
Oh,
So if that's you, Jacob Lewis.
I feel like that goes hand in hand.
It is. The puffiest nipples of them all.
Yeah.
This Jacob's different, though. I love this Jacob.
Sure.
He's a real motherfucker.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
And next we got Brett Shuffler. Shuffling.
He reached out to us and said, hey, you're going to shout me out on Patreon. My name's Brett, but I want you to call me Tic Tac Dick Brett.
Okay. I get that.
Tic Tac Dick Brett.
Name Brett synonymous with Tic Tac Dick. That goes without saying. Everybody knows that.
Big old dangler on him. Yeah,
Huge nuts.
Tic Tac Dick.
Tiny dick.
That's one adjective my wife's never used to describe my dick. She's called it some other stuff. She's questioned where it's at before. She's never called it a Tic Tac.
Hey.
How about Grant? They named him after a dick. Peterson. Grant Peterson, buddy. That sounds English, doesn't it?
It does. Peterson.
Peterson. He's got a good Peter on him.
He has to.
Got a nice, pretty Peter. And let's just continue on with the Peterness.
Last but not least, we got Sean Dong.
You can only call it a dong if you got a big old wiener, man.
Yeah, you can't. If that is in fact your last name and you have a tiny dick, you have to get your name changed. It has to be like Sean Weenie or
Me and Rob have pee-pees.
yeah, pee-pees.
Sean has a dong.
Wee.
When you pull your dick out, it makes a noise. Send us an email, broiopodcast.
Like an old fucking
@gmail.com.
church bell. Bong, bong.
It's like someone dropped the groceries. This is an interesting article this week. That comes by way of mystateline.com. This is a national headline they're running.
Yeah.
It says threesome turns violent after woman mocks couple's genitals.
Oh, that's just fucking rude. Last time we invite you to the cookout, you bitch.
A couple ended up in handcuffs, not fuzzy kind, after inviting a disrespectful woman over for a threesome, according to police.
How are you going to disrespect someone that brings you over for a three-piece?
Let me tell you, according to Monroe County Sheriff's Office, officers received a complaint on March 6th from a woman named Della Draper. She was 29 years old, who claimed to have been beaten by a couple after she accepted an invitation to join them at their house for a sexual threesome. Oh, boy. Citing arrest records, the Smoking Gun reported that Stephen Lopez, 31, met Draper while working as a taxi driver Lopez said he was in an open relationship with Angela Vasquez, 20 years old, and invited Draper over to have sex with him.
Oh, God.
During sex, Vasquez claimed that Draper became very disrespectful toward the couple and told police she, quote, told Steven he had a little dick and his wife had a stank pussy.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
That's a fucking double whammy.
God, dude, that fucking sucks.
I got both of those.
My pussy smells awful, dog. Just don't pay attention to my swampy balls.
I squat down and tie my shoes. People start going down, dude. It's awful. Draper complained to police that Vasquez, quote, tried to dominate her sexually inside the house. The couple then asked Draper to leave the house, but she retreated to the couch and refused to move. Well, goddamn squatter. But Lopez and Vasquez, they both told police that. Draper said Lopez then grabbed her by the hair and threw her against the wall. Fucking God. And the couple both threw her outside. Draper, the raper, claimed Vasquez then repeatedly punched her. However, in Lopez and Vasquez's versions of events, Draper got into her car and then reversed toward the door of the home where the couple were standing, striking Vasquez on the leg. Lopez then picked up a cinder block and threw it through the...
Damn.
Threw it through the back window of the vehicle, he told police. Draper, the raper, then returned to the house and tried to punch Vasquez but missed, and Vasquez said she returned the blow, knocking Draper, the raper, to the ground and telling her to leave the property. She then reportedly left the residence in her car but parked down the street, and Lopez went running after her, but she left before he reached her vehicle. Lopez was charged with a felony of throwing a deadly missile. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Vasquez was charged with battery. Draper was not arrested for the incident, but 2 days later, she was arrested for hitting a man in the face with a glass vase filled with gravel and rocks.
Holy fuck. This bitch is bad, man.
Jeez.
Whew.
According to the smoking gun, the 31-year-old victim was identified by police as the father of her children.
Holy shit, dude. No wonder why he wanted to fuck her. She's crazier than shit.
Police also said she was out on bond for another crime a year earlier in which she resisted arrest after being pulled over. In July 2022, she was the passenger in an SUV by a 39-year-old female when the pair were pulled over. Draper, the raper, allegedly tried to toss an open bottle of tequila. When police found drug paraphernalia beneath her seat, she fought the arresting officer. She was charged with battery to a police officer, resisting arrest, possession of drug paraphernalia, and tampering with evidence.
Damn.
According to court records, the arresting officer reported that as Draper, the raper, and her friend were being driven to the Key West jail, quote, they began engaging in romantic acts in the back of the squad car.
Fuck, dude.
The officer stopped the car and moved Draper's handcuffs so her hands were behind her back, at which point she pulled her bathing suit to one side and asked, do you want to see my asshole?
Yes? Is this a trick question?
Florida, I tell you what, buddy. It's a wild, wild place down there. But to answer the question, yeah, we would
If you're listening,
definitely take a look at that thing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
just count the rings on it.
Positively needed it looked at. Hell, let me hop on over to the page I'm trying to find here. We got a live show coming up.
It's going to be a good fucking time, you guys.
Saturday, April 15th, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., $25 per ticket. We're going to be with Hillbilly Horror Stories at 21st in Germantown in Barrel Room.
Oh, yeah.
They've got really good food, I guess.
Yeah, I'm excited. We were checking out the menu, and it looks fucking delightful.
Really good food.
Yeah.
You guys can go to brohiopodcast.com/tickets and follow the link to the Eventbrite. Tickets are going fast. Not a lot left. I know there was a cap on how many people we can bring to this one.
Come join us, guys.
Coming close. We're coming hard, and we're coming close.
A hand job with each purchase.
And if it makes you, this may make you want to come even more, this place is haunted. This is a haunted location.
Yeah.
Built in 1887.
Damn.
Make a whole entire fucking weekend out of it.
There you go.
You could book a tour at Waverly Hills Sanatorium that evening.
It's great.
All tickets are VIP tickets, which means you get full access to the podcasters the entire event. Merch will be for sale. Pictures and autographs will be free as usual. We'll have free tickets or free stickers also. Come on down.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, dude.
I can't wait. Getting back into the swing of things.
Swinging it. Swinging and zinging. Now let's take a quick break for 60 seconds for a few of our sponsors. All right, we're back. How about the, I said this is probably one of those episodes that gets us killed. The first episode.
This is what we had to do all along? Fuck.
When we did the Men in Black episode, when we first started.
Mm-hmm. That's not racist either. They're actually called Men in Black.
Yeah, they're Men in Black suits. Men in Black suits. Our RSS feed was taken down. Our website was taken down. All of our socials disappeared for about 6 hours. Everything was gone for half the day.
In the Clinton episode.
Flash forward to the Clinton body count episode. Everything got locked up. The episode was gone. It was like we were vanished off the earth for the entire day. And then we came back. And no fault of our own.
Yeah.
We didn't divulge any information that was groundbreaking or revolutionary. It's just stuff that everybody knew.
Yeah. Just, the typical.
And I'm going to say it again. There's a very large wood chipper right outside the window right now. So if we are not demonstrating the audio excellence that you typically expect from this show, I'm sorry. We're doing the best we can with the shit sandwich that we were dealt today.
Or if somehow we end up in that said wood chipper, we did not do it ourselves.
That would be a painful way to go, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
You'd feel that all the way up to the brain.
Yeah.
Until your brain went through.
Hopefully my head goes first, so that we don't have to worry
Just
about
put
it.
my fucking head in the wood chipper. I hope I squirt a stream of poop whenever my butt gets to the end of it.
like a toothpaste.
Everybody on the street.
Oh, man.
Getting poop misted. The CIA and the Brohio podcast, there's a bit of a love-hate relationship there. While we love to do stories about them, we also think they're fucking idiots. So it's kind of like a whatever. But yeah, this episode we're talking about the CIA and the U.S. government. They have a plethora of ways to dispose of you, if that makes sense.
Sure.
They make it look like it was your fault. They got lots of dirty tactics. I promise, there are ways the government can kill you that we're not going to talk about in this episode. These are just kind of like ideas they've had over the years and some other tactics that are well known to people that kind of pay attention. I don't want to die, so I want to make that abundantly clear. That's cool. We can say stuff like this, and it's recorded out there.
Mm-hmm.
I have no intentions of committing suicide.
No.
I don't want to die. I'm a good driver. I'm not going to wreck my car. So if y'all come find me and I'm cold and stiff, you'll know it was an inside job.
There you go.
Both of us.
You heard it first. Yep, both of us. Yeah.
But the CIA's been doing this for a long time. They're trained assassins.
Yeah. It's kind of all they do.
I don't know what all they do.
I don't fucking know either.
They definitely kill people.
Mm-hmm.
The CIA's involvement in planning assassination goes back to at least 1954 when it prepared, and it wasn't supposed to be to get out, but it did. They prepared a manual for killings as part of a U.S.-run coup against the leftist government of Guatemala. The 19-page manual, which was declassified in 1997, makes chilling readings. The manual goes on to say, the essential point of assassination is the death of the subject, noting that while it, quote, is possible to kill a man with bare hands, the simplest local tools are often much the most efficient ways of assassination. A hammer, axe, wrench, screwdriver, fire poker, kitchen knife, lampstand, or anything hard, heavy, and handy will suffice. The agency's manual recommends the contrived accident, which, oh man, I don't know. We see a lot of that these days as the best way. These microphones, ever since
You need to oil that chair.
we have a bad ground in this house, and the microphones feed back, and if you play it in reverse, it sounds like a fart.
What about forwards?
It just sounds like a turtle burp, like a little reptile burping or something.
Okay.
Yeah, or just like you're opening a new shirt or something. Like
yeah.
opening an Amazon box.
Just overly worn in shoes.
Sounds like someone breaking in a pair of Crocs. It's hard to explain. But yeah, if you reverse it, it sounds like someone shitting all over themselves.
Boy, that thing sounds tight, dog.
Yeah, it is. Well, I do fart in front of the guys at work. I'm like, you hear that, motherfuckers? You hear how tight that was?
No echo.
Yeah. Don't get any ideas. That thing is taut. So the agency, the manual recommends the contrived accident, which I was going to do an episode on Michael Hastings, I believe was his name.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of a reporter that was going off on his own, and he just outed a general for some stuff, and he was starting to do some stuff that Obama didn't like, and he was starting to kind of go against the grain and release a lot of information. Then all of a sudden, his brand new Mercedes accelerated like 200 miles an hour down the street.
Oops.
And drove into a fucking brick wall.
Oh, man. Hate when that happens.
Crazy how that happens.
Yeah.
As the best way, the agency says the contrived accident is the best way to dispose of someone. The most efficient accident is a fall of 75 feet or more onto a hard surface. Elevator shafts, stairwells, unscreened windows, and bridges will serve. And this is not made up. This is declassified fucking material from the counterintelligence agency on how the perfect ideal assassination. Pushing people down an elevator shaft.
Nice. The old-fashioned way.
These people were taken care of. They're watching after you, make sure there's no terrorists. The manual suggests grabbing the victim by the ankles and, quote, tipping the subject over the edge. Falls before trains or subway cars are usually effective, but require exact timing. The manual goes on to discuss blunt weapons, noting that a hammer can be picked up almost anywhere in the world and that baseball bats are also excellent. The manual explains that the best place in the body to stab people or how to bash their skulls in, and the pros and cons of rifles, pistols, submachine guns, and other weapons. Now, a lot of these means and methods that we've heard of over the years of how the CIA kill people, they're often just rumors, conspiracies. No one really knows for sure. But this is the Brohio podcast. This is what this show's all about. You know, I always say it, where there's smoke, there's fire. Absolutely. And we got all fired up over the weekend, Rob. We got really fucking crock drunk.
Damn. How are we this far into it and haven't talked about it yet?
I got in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
She counted, she said I had about 17 drinks.
Damn, dude.
I think she's a fucking liar.
You fucking went hard, man.
But the best part was I puked on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
I got home and I went straight to bed.
Okay.
Within like 10 minutes, I got the cameras in the house. With 10 minutes, like a phoenix from the ashes, buddy, I rose from the bedroom just like the Walking Dead, walking down the hallway. And my wife said, "Get back in the fucking bed. Go to bed." Kids are laughing at me. Then I just crash on the floor. I just fall down. And I'm laying there and I'm screaming at everybody, "Fuck you," just being wild.
Why'd you push me down?
Yeah, and then I told you this, my 13-year-old was watching a TikTok with her friend.
This is so fucking funny. I laughed so hard when you told me this shit.
And they're like, "Oh my God." They're like oohing and ahhing over this little boy on TikTok. And then my oldest daughter's like, "Oh my, he's so sweet. He has Down syndrome." And I feel bad about this a little bit. But then you can hear me on the floor go, "I got Down syndrome. I'm down on this fucking floor." With no disrespect to anybody. Then I was on the couch and I was dead weight. And she came with me. She said, "Nick, go to bed." And I said, "I just want to chill for a little bit." I was so drunk, dude. And then she said, "Nick, you're pissing me off. You need to go to bed." And I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm being a Christian man about this, and you're using the P word at me." She said she was pissed off. I said, "You're using the P word at me."
Yeah, there's some good things that happened that night. It was fun.
And I walked by. There was a shelf on the wall that I built for her grandpa, and I walked past. I wasn't even close to hitting it. She's like, "If you break my grandpa's shelf, I'm gonna fucking divorce you." And I'm like, I built this shelf, but I was really serious. Try it, man. It sounded like I was about to beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
She doesn't buy it. She knows that. Just scariest part about me is my gas, man. But she wasn't having it.
There was the one woman at the restaurant that thought we were gay because we were going in the bathroom together.
She said, "Oh, I normally only see women go in the bathroom together." I said, "Yeah, well, we're gay." Just kept on walking.
And just kept on going about our business.
Did she laugh? I don't even know.
I think she did, yeah. I think she did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. My wife did a really good job taking care of me, though. She got me home. She got me in bed. I was puking all over the place, calling for dinosaurs, as I like to call it.
Good for you, man.
Couldn't find any. You know, my personal favorite CIA when it comes to CIA deaths and government deaths are the ones where people shoot themselves. They commit suicide. They are so excited to fucking blow their brains out. They shoot themselves in the head 3 times, and they're like, "Oh, it's just a double, triple tap." You know,
Yeah, okay.
How can they get away with making us try and make us believe that stuff? There's a few different journalists that have died in strange ways, and they came back with multiple gunshot wounds in their body, and they ruled it a suicide. I know if I was shooting myself in the head, I would probably do it a second time for good measure.
Just double tap, yeah. Just to get it over with, make sure you do it right. Anything worth doing right.
You're absolutely right. That takes us to our first, one of our first secret government CIA weapons. It was called the Mole. It was from back in the 1940s. The OSS developed it, which is they were the CIA before the CIA was the CIA. Like the organized science. I don't know what it was. Let's look it up because
sure,
we leave out the details sometimes. It makes us sound like idiots. The Office of Strategic Services was the intelligence agency of the United States during World War II. So now you know. The OSS developed an explosive device called the Mole. The Mole used a photoelectric cell that charged during the day and then reacted to sudden darkness to set off an explosive. It was designed to be attached to a critical joint on enemy train cars and automatically detonate when the train passed into a tunnel.
Oh, yeah. It's like a fucking heist movie.
Yeah, man. Disabling a train inside a tunnel would do more than just damage the train itself. It would cut off supply lines for days while the wreckage was removed. The Mole could also be used with any kind of explosive detonated by an electric charge, making it a very versatile weapon. According to interviews, the Mole had an official-looking warning label threatening heavy legal penalties enforced by the Third Reich Railroad Consortium if it was removed.
Damn.
Hell yeah, man. You blow up them railways in World War II?
Hitler's getting you.
Hitler get your ass. Awful fucking guy, though, by the way. We've profiled him on this show.
Tiny dick.
Insanely small penis. And his dick hole was...
Dick hole on the bottom of his dick,
was at the bottom of his dick head.
Yeah. Like a telescope.
Like a faucet.
An upside-down telescope.
Yeah, like a...
Yeah, faucet. There you go.
Piss straight... If you get a boner, you'd piss straight down.
Yeah, like a kinked-up water hose.
And people are always, what was he so mad about? Well, I got a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
His dick was mangled. It was not a good dick.
I feel like it would make pissing easier, though.
I think it complicated a lot.
Maybe.
I think a lot of those crazy leaders like that just had not great, like Kim Jong-un.
Sure, tiny dick, yeah.
Probably not a great dick.
You see how pudgy he is? There's no way he has a good dick.
He looks like the fucking penguin is what he looks like from
yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, there's a reason why they can't can't show pictures of Winnie the Pooh there, 'cause that's what he fucking looks like. He looks like an Asian Winnie the Pooh.
He does, man.
Yeah.
He would be a panda, not a bear, but
yeah, you can get killed there if you having that picture.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
I never knew that. But
yeah, man,
I believe it.
Look it up.
You know they had
Google that shit.
They had the entire country convinced that his grandpa used to run the country, never shit.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, dude.
He was just like this alien being that didn't poop.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, they have some of the rules there are so fucking wild. Like the shit that they have to do. Like you have to have pretty much like a worship wall
China.
That's who it is. Yeah, it's that guy.
Oh, China bans Winnie the Pooh after
It was
comparisons.
China. Never mind. My bad.
China, man, they suck too.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is
They make all my Bengal jerseys, but they suck beyond that.
That's who it was. Okay, I misspoke. My bad.
I'd love to check out China sometime.
Yeah,
Be cool. Japan also.
I would love to go to Japan.
Why don't you tell them about this next weapon that they named after my butthole?
I was gonna say, damn, I was gonna make that joke. The old coal torpedo. You gotta say torpedo.
That ain't a Terminator or a torpedo. It's a torpedo.
Oh, shit. The coal torpedo was a bomb encased in cast iron to disguise it as a lump of coal. Fuck. It was covertly placed in a steamship's coal supply where it was tossed into the boiler along with the real coal.
That's so fucking dirty, man.
The resulting explosion was enough to severely damage or even sink the ship. It was invented by Thomas Edgeworth Courtenay.
You nailed it.
Courtenay, there we go. An Irish immigrant who sympathized with the Confederacy during the American Civil War.
Oh, Winn-Dixie, bud. Or fucking, yeah.
Courtenay eventually settled in St. Louis, but financial troubles sent him and his camouflage bombs south to the Confederate government. The president of the Confederacy, Jefferson Davis, was enamored at his idea. He granted Courtenay a special Secret Service corps with the mission of planting his invention in Union steamships. The group went on to destroy an estimated 60 ships, one of which carried Union Admiral David Porter. Damn, that sucks to be him.
Well, you know, David Porter was a solid dude, I feel like.
I would think so.
Probably had a stinky ass back then. You know,
They all did, yeah.
They just didn't wash. They stunk all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Gangrene in their ass.
Oh, man, that'd be the last place I'd want it. Later, coal torpedoes were used by the Nazis, several of whom were caught carrying coal-shaped plastic explosives in New York. They had likely been on their way to add them to the coal supplies of the U.S. factories. Since the Germans were already using coal bombs, the SOE, Britain's World War II clandestine agency, designed yet another method for destroying enemy boilers. They skinned dead rats and filled them with plastic explosives. Much like the coal torpedo, the rat bombs were to be covertly placed in a German train's coal supply and shoveled into the boiler. Fortunately for German rail personnel, the first shipment was discovered, and the rat bombs never saw implementation.
Turtle power. Those are some fucking nasty disguises, dude.
Man.
A ball of coal.
Fucking rat bomb.
A rat.
Oh, so you said something and it made me think about something else. You said something about a gangrenous asshole.
I had gangrene, but yeah. Go ahead.
So here's something that I think I saw one day on the internet. We may have talked about it before. I don't remember. I've talked about it before with other people. I don't know if I've ever gotten your opinion on this. So say I have a big wound on my arm. I take shit and I put it in that wound.
That's so gross.
Okay, just hear me out.
All right.
That's going to get really bad infected. And
Likely.
I might end up losing my arm if I don't treat it. If it gets that bad infected. Even if I don't, it's going to get infected nonetheless. Why is that way? Like, if I take a turd and put it in a wound, I'll get an infection. But why doesn't our assholes get infected when we poop? It's an open wound, essentially.
Well, yeah, it is. But I think that's the importance of like yogurt and stuff to have like the fucking.
Is it just tougher skin?
Healthy cultures. So every time you eat a cup of fucking Dannon, there's just a little troop full of these little boogers with swords.
Okay.
They hang out in your ass like it's a pool hall or something, waiting for trouble, and they just fight off the mad poops, and they keep you safe. And they keep you healthy.
It's our CIA cells in our assholes.
They are, man. They're secret assassins. You could even call them assassins.
Oh, ba-dum-ps. I'm so fucking stupid.
You could even call them assassins. But, sorry. I fucking hate it here on Earth, man.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking ready to go. I wish there was an alien here right now to beam me up. I would walk into that light.
I think I have, but yeah, I think a lot of the gut health has a lot to do with that. I got a pal. He's been having really bad, ulcers, but he just keeps on eating bad shit.
Flaming hot Cheetos.
Flaming hot Cheetos, 4 monsters a day.
Oh, yeah, man.
You tell him he's on the yellow diet. He only eats chicken tenders and macaroni and cheese.
I fuck with mac and cheese there, dog.
He's like, I can't figure out why my stomach won't get better. Well, I got a pretty good fucking idea why, buddy.
I can tell you.
Yeah, there's 2 things I don't want to deal with well, 3 things. I don't ever want kidney stones.
Oh, yeah.
I don't ever want intestinal, IBS, or I might have that. Fuck, I don't know. Or ulcer. And I don't ever want to have, severe back issue, like a slip disc or a spinal thing. I don't ever want to deal with any of that.
Sure. Yeah, back or neck pain, like severe back or neck pain would be awful.
Debilitating.
Halitosis would be fucking miserable.
But that doesn't affect you.
I mean, it kind of does, but
halitosis.
I don't want to be that guy like, oh God, don't get anywhere near his mouth. It's a fucking booby trap.
Woo. Yeah. Let's see. The next one is the cyanide gun.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. All right. Now we're gonna go the Russian flavor here for we're going to Mother Russia. KGB. The cyanide gun was used as an assassination weapon by the KGB. Unlike the famous umbrella assassination of Georgy Ivanov Markov, who was injected with a pellet containing cyanide, the cyanide gun sprayed the atomized poison at the victim. Because the poison was delivered at a relatively close range in aerosol form, the assassin themselves had to take a pill to counteract their own weapon.
Oh, shit.
The cyanide gun induced symptoms almost identical to a heart attack and left no visible marks in the body except for the brown skid marks in their underwear. It was confirmed... that part wasn't there. It was confirmed to have been used in at least 2 assassinations carried out by the KGB agent Buldan Stalshnesky.
Fuck.
Excuse
you.
All Russell Bears. Those of a Ukrainian political writer and a Ukrainian politician. Stashnitsky's method involved keeping the gun wrapped in a newspaper while he stalked his victims. When the moment presented itself, he simply walked up and fired the weapon in their faces. Both were dead within a minute.
Damn.
Stashnitsky later defected from KGB and now lives in an undisclosed location.
Oh, shit.
It might be cool to do an episode on that guy.
That'd be cool.
Who's this motherfucker? Let's look him up.
Wonder if he's on Facebook.
Anytime I'm trying to find, trying to interview somebody, I always try and find him on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't think...
I highly doubt he's going to be on there. Bogdan Stashinsky.
What do you find him on Grindr?
He probably is.
Hey.
Is that him?
Yeah, it doesn't show he's dead or anything. He's 90. He would be 91 now.
Old fuck.
It's crazy. He used the death of his child to defect. Oh, what a spineless goobag. He was a badass hitman, dude.
Good for him.
Check him out.
I guess. If you're into that kind of thing, that's cool.
That would be a cool... but how do they get you to that point, though, to where you're just a trained assassin?
Mm-hmm.
You just fucking kill people.
Yeah.
There has to be some type of...
is that like 6 years of school? Is that like a...
they have Sinclair Community College. You can do it in 2 years.
Okay.
It's pretty simple.
An expedited program?
It's in the computer science department there.
It's in that wing?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But how do they... What type of mental training do they take you through to get you to that point? Do they just kind of wipe you out, blank you out, or you just have to be a certain cut to begin with?
You know what? I mean, I would think that you'd have to be halfway there at least.
Yeah. So we have people that work for the U.S. government that are essentially paid to murder people.
Sure. Some
instances they're paid to murder people that are innocent, that just know too much and are talking too much, kind of like you and I are doing right now.
Once again, we will say we are in no way.
But then you have guys like Jeffrey Dahmer. Is that your stomach?
Yeah, man.
Did you shit yourself?
It's yelling at me. No, I guess I'm hungry.
And you have guys like Jeffrey Dahmer, or I don't know, serial killers that Jeffrey Dahmer didn't necessarily kill bad people, but there are people out there that just kill bad people.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between what they're doing and what these CIA operatives, these assassins, are doing? No real difference.
Just government affiliation, essentially.
That fucking government agenda, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
They're turning the frickin' frogs gay.
My turn?
Yeah, this is actually had another name, but I wanted to sneak the name of my penis into this episode.
The poison penis. That's just an STD, my friend.
Yeah, it's missing the eye. It's the poison pin.
I hate my penis is missing the eye. That's the best part.
The only thing my penis is missing is you.
Oh.
Get it?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it's a punis.
Punis. On his way to assassinate an enemy activist, a North Korean spy was apprehended and found to be carrying a number of covert weapons, 2 of which were shaped like pins. He had a fucking pocket full of dildos. One delivered poison through a needle in the tip. That's where I hide mine. And was almost indistinguishable from a regular pin. The other was made to shoot a poison-filled bullet. The operative also possessed a gun disguised as a flashlight, which authorities tested and determined to be deadly accurate. While South Korean authorities said that the flashlight was a new find, they were already familiar with the penis. The pen. Next, going and changing my fucking itinerary.
The penis. He fell for you, just like Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, exactly. I read what's on the teleprompter. The assassin's target, Park Sang-hak.
You nailed it, dude.
I think
it sounded like a little Mexican, a little Spanish, but you got it.
Park Sang-hak
yeah.
has been sending anti-Pyongyang propaganda leaflets over the North Korean border in balloons. That's how you got
interesting.
Yeah, sure. The regime was enraged and threatened military retaliation, which came at the hands of an assassin known only as Un. After being convicted by a South Korean court, Un was given 4 years in prison. Quite a light sentence for a clear intent to murder with poison stationery. Damn, dude.
Man.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Some of these guys
4
now,
years.
I mean, I go to those gun shows, they get off on shit. Like, they're looking for anything to kill each other with, whether it's like a 3D printed gun or an umbrella, anything, a cane, like a cane shotgun. I've seen a lot of those before.
That penguin umbrella machine gun would be pretty fucking dope.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I think I'd try to buy that.
I just do the old-fashioned 5-knuckle shuffle if I need to start, beat somebody up, if that's what I need to do.
That's what you got to do, man.
How about long-range acoustic devices? This is a kind of a new apparatus. I've heard a lot about these in the law enforcement world. They're a new type of crowd control weapon. Came to the forefront during the Ferguson, Missouri protests of 2014. And I was in Ferguson while I was in St. Louis in 2014. That motherfucker was wild. It was off the hook. I was scared, man.
Oh, dude, I bet.
Yeah, it was a good time. Capable of projecting voice commands over a distance of 5.5 miles.
God damn.
A long-range acoustic device, or an LRAD, inflicts grievous bodily pain upon anyone within 330 feet of its sound path. Just ask the U.S. diplomats stationed in Cuba, who recently started losing their hearing.
Oh, man.
Soon after the detente, I think it's a detente, I'm sorry, but it's pretty much the agreement between the U.S. and Cuba to stay the fuck away from each other. But once that expired in 2015, diplomats deployed to the newly reopened U.S. embassy on this Caribbean island nation. They started reporting a sudden and permanent loss of hearing. U.S. investigators concluded that the diplomats had been hit with an advanced and unnamed acoustic device that doesn't make any audible sound but causes irreparable damage to the ears and brain of anyone in its path.
Oh, dude, that's scary.
And let me tell you, if Cuba is in possession of something like this, I promise that Russia, China, and U.S. have something a million times scarier than that.
That's probably our first mock-up of that we sold to them.
They're probably hitting us with that every day.
Yeah.
Certain areas
I would hate to lose my fucking hearing, like completely deaf.
I'd just rather be dumb. I mean, it makes you dumb and deaf.
Sure.
I could get dumber, but just don't mess with my hearing. I don't want to do that. This incident was considered to be so serious that the U.S. expelled 2 Cuban diplomats from their embassy in Washington. However, the exact nature of this LRAD-like device and the identity of the agents responsible for its use on American officials are still unknown to this day. If a sonic weapon was indeed used on U.S. diplomats in Cuba, this would be an unprecedented incident in the history of international relations. And there was another incident where there was a belief that they were using some type of device to essentially cooking people from long range.
Hell yeah, like a microwave gun?
Yeah, but it was not, it didn't do much to their hearing, but it did make them start to act completely off their rockers, completely crazy.
Maybe like radiation, possibly?
Something like that, man, but not enough to bake them. And you remember when we first started doing the podcast, we got that anonymous letter in the mail, and this guy detailed
I forgot about
4 pages
that.
front and back talking about how they are using some type of microwave program to gain compliance through us and to punish people that have been chosen. I don't want to say
it's 5G
targeted individuals. 5G made my dick limp. I just
Blue Chew / Ohio podcast.
Ever since COVID started, I haven't had an erection one time.
Oh man,
I've just been smashing with a floppy all this time.
Got them boosters, man. That's why I did it to you.
I'm fine, but I'm a little fucked up. I'm sorry, Doc. I need my 3rd booster.
I'm not sick anymore, but my dick doesn't work.
I need my 3rd booper. I'll tell you, man. I got the original COVID, and I think I've got a booster or 2. I can't remember. But I just get infinitely. I'm not a COVID truther or anything like that. But I do know ever since I got the vaccine, I can't get fucking better. I'm just always sick. I'm just always coughing and hacking. There's shit wrong with me.
I thought you were legit going to say a boner.
I can't get an erection. My dad can. I know he can. I'll call him and I'll say, Dad, you still get a boner? He'd probably be too embarrassed to answer that question.
Well, they know what night it is. They ain't going to answer the fucking phone.
They know what night it is. That fucking dumbass. That dumb fucker.
Oh, man.
You know, he never cussed at me when I was a kid. He would, like, I could tell he was at his wit's end. He was done. He would go, sure. It was like a word and a sound mixed together. He would go, sure. And I knew that he was getting really fucking mad. Really mad.
Once they're making noises and not saying words.
Sure. It was like, sometimes he rolled in and he'd like, sure, so stupid. He would do that too. And he always do this thing. I'm like, Dad. And he would be like, my name's not Dad, it's Chuck. And then we'd be like, Chuck. We used to call him Chuck for a fucking hour. And he'd be like, my name's not Chuck. He just do this back and forth.
God damn it.
We try to ask this motherfucker a legit question, and he's just
not having it.
Wasn't
in the mood.
Not having it.
Oh, shit.
Heart attack gun.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a fucking double baconator right
I
there.
ate one of those yesterday at Roosters. It was a whole plate full of heart attack guns.
Hell yeah, dude. The heart attack gun was a modified pistol that was capable of delivering a nearby undetectable but absolutely lethal dose of shellfish toxin into the body of a distant target. Dude, how the fuck do you think of these things?
I would just uncontrollably shit my pants because when I eat shellfish, I just fucking poop everywhere.
Just fucking throw a shellfish at somebody. You might get hit upside the head with a clam.
Dude, I didn't know shellfish, like, you could get enough.
You're just sitting there and a fucking crab hits you in the head or
fucking
something.
clam jam. I didn't know, like, shellfish toxins could, concentrate enough to kill somebody.
Someone walks up and shoves a seahorse up your ass.
Your father was poisoned by a lobster.
Oh, God. The darts fired by this soundless gun would theoretically leave a pinprick no larger than a mosquito bite and dissolve almost instantly into the tissue of the body after delivering a payload so poisonous that the target would almost guarantee to have a heart attack within moments.
Hell yeah, Daddy. Dump your load in me.
That's just what I call a cum shot. It's one of my cum shots. It's unknown whether or not the heart attack gun was ever used, but for all we know, It could still be actively being used today.
You know, Cemetery Terry, he be up there at the cemetery. Sometimes he be waiting on people to be coming around, and sometimes, you know, on Thursday nights they got that little club down the street, and some of them boys come up in the cemetery, and that one boy, he got himself a big old heart attack gun on him. Every time he bring another boy up in the cemetery, I'm like, hey, Cemetery Terry, I heard Cemetery Terry checking around, and he like, oh, Cemetery Terry, don't be looking over here. I'm about to shoot this boy with my heart attack gun. You know, Cemetery Terry. I said, God damn, boy, I'm mind my own motherfucking business. And he pulled that thing out, boy. He got them boys gasping for their life with the heart attack gun. Them boys look scared on their face because they got that big old dick up inside of them. Cemetery Terry sees a lot of stuff going on there at the cemetery.
A lot of dicks. Lots of dick-related things he sees.
Man, I had a Google review this week. Let's see if I can find it real quick. It was a good one. This lady's definitely upset with us. No fucking sense of humor whatsoever. I'll tell you that.
Prude.
I mean, she gave us 4 stars.
Hey,
thanks, sweetheart, for doing that. Lolly girl. I love true crime, paranormal, alien, strange happening podcast. I heard about this one from another I listened to and added it to my queue. I just can't go further into listening. Their podcast is full of dick jokes and other immature topics that I get enough of from my teenage sons. While I like the topics, I have a hard time getting through an episode because of all the stops to make more D jokes or talk about farting or other teenage topics. That is the only reason why I can't give it 5 stars. It's an okay podcast, but just not for me.
I guess
Wasn't honest.
That's I'll take that.
You know, she hung out with us. She probably hate us, but
Sure.
we would teach her to love us.
No, that's awesome. That's constructive. I like that.
So what should we do?
That's my biggest gripe with this show.
That's my biggest gripe. I remember in the very beginning, our first bad review said they cuss too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I came back that week and I said, well, guys, I guess we're not cussing anymore.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what are you even talking about right now? And people started writing us, and they said, you got to keep cussing. What if we just would like stop cussing just in the very beginning? And
we just went Christian.
we went Christian, talking about Christ's love and shit.
Yeah.
Sodom and Gomorrah, they blew that motherfucker up because they were fucking each other in the ass.
Yeah.
The Bible's dirty, man. A lot of dirt, a lot of ass love in the Bible. That's my kind of Bible. Now let's talk about the biological weaponry that the U.S. government possesses. Between 1949 and 1969, the United States military tested biological weapons on its own people without their knowledge or consent. Thanks.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Grandpa. One such experiment occurred in 1950 when a U.S. Navy ship sprayed billions of tiny microbes into the atmosphere over San Francisco. Well, I know what's going on there now, don't we? Causing a massive upsurge in illness and potentially killing one resident. Another took place in the subway system under New York City in 1966. These places are fucking packed with people. When researchers dropped light bulbs filled with bacteria onto the tracks to test how far the motion of a train would carry these potentially deadly pathogens. Still, other experiments consisted of engulfing entire cities in a cloud of zinc, cadmium sulfide, that's a fucking tongue twister, under the pretext of providing a smokescreen to hide the population in the event of the outbreak of nuclear war. And this also, this part of the research also transitioned into talking about gene editing technology.
Hell yeah.
So there's a belief that the U.S. government
That's how you get them Levi's to fit right.
possibly possesses a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not like a, for instance, if we're at war with Russia right now,
Okay.
and we just nuke them, dude, just boom, bomb, bar Sarzar, whatever it is, the big bomb, fat man, little boy. The whole world's gonna be like, hey, America, what the fuck, man? You didn't need to nuke them, but
Sure.
if we can just drop these microbes, poison their water to where just like progressively over 2 generations, they're so fucking hot and horny for each other that all they can do is fucking butt fuck the shit out of each other and have sex. The brothers, sisters, cousins, moms and dads, and all, they're just so consumed with just having their penises inside of something else or having genitals inside of theirs.
Yeah.
And that's all they care about. They can't even their infrastructure crumbles. They can't function as a country. They have no more exports because they're just always fucking each other. That would stink, but it would be hot, man.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it.
And that's the thing they're talking about with gene editing, that's probably likely a science that China's already mastered, that a lot of other prominent countries that have the financial and the brain power, they probably already doing these things where, for instance, in America, you go back however many years, people just didn't die from cancer like they die from cancer now.
True.
And the rate of obesity is so astounding that there's a belief that maybe, hey, one of these people got into our water or wheat or flour, it's got into one of our major grains or somehow got into it, and they've just been progressively trying to mutate our DNA over the years. What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. I'm just thinking about something. I got to remember.
Okay.
It's stupid.
That's fine.
No, you're right.
They a lot of people think that there's
God,
these microphone cords. These are expensive.
that you're stepping on a cat or something down there.
Cats aren't allowed in the studio anymore. I believe it, man. That's why I'm fat. It's fucking China's fault.
That's who I blame.
That goddamn General Tso's chicken.
Yeah, that's who I blame for me being so fucking retarded.
Egg rolls. Those are delicious.
Don't get Hunter going on egg rolls.
Why?
Someone egg rolled his handrail like last year, and he still fucking bitches about it every day.
Egg rolled it? How do you egg roll somebody's...
I don't fucking know. He walked outside and there was a fucking egg roll on his handrail.
He fucking deserves it then, man.
It's like, it literally is like one of the fucking funniest things.
We got to go find where he lives at. And
just keep egg rolling him.
Go to
Poor guy.
Go to Pan Express and get a 12-pack and a crave case of egg rolls.
I would be so happy if someone left me an egg roll.
I would eat it.
Oh, fuck yeah, I would too.
If there's an egg roll outside my house.
Yeah.
I got ding-dong ditched on Sunday morning at 10 a.m.
Did you really?
Some little fucking pudgy white kid come running up to the door.
Hell yes.
Rang it and took off running. And I went back and...
What if that was you from the
Time traveler.
time traveling to punk your ass?
But I saw him run away, and I said, God damn, that kid looks like me. That's what I said.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
He ran like he had a refrigerator in his back and everything like me. I said, what the fuck?
Oh, man.
Thought it was a time traveler. And then I zoomed in on the camera, and I see this 97 Chevy Cavalier. And I said, there's only one person I know that drives a fucking Chevy Cavalier that still runs. That's my older brother.
Yeah.
It was his son. He had my nephew with him, who kind of looks like all of us combined. And he ran up and rang it. So, yes, the person that ding-dong ditched me was of my DNA, of my bloodline.
I wasn't too far off.
But I got my debit card has a Blockbuster skin on it.
Oh, yeah. You got some shit for that this weekend.
And all weekend long, people would use my debit card to I'd pay for stuff, and they'd be like, what is this? And I would say, I did this at Eudora Brewing.
Eudora, yeah.
I looked at the guy, I was like, I'm a time traveler.
Century Bar, too.
Yeah. And I said, don't tell anybody you saw me. You're going to hear about me in 10 years. The dude at Eudora was freaked out. He said, whoa, man. Seriously? I'm a time traveler. And then I went to the table. She's like, did you tell him you were a time traveler? I said, of course I did.
Why the fuck wouldn't I?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Didn't believe anything.
Yeah.
How about the old subliminal messaging?
Love it. So it's been well established that subliminal messaging is used extensively in advertising. This type of marketing usually exploits the... I don't think that's a word.
Hold on.
Right here.
The baser urges?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
We'll make it up.
Of the populace to influence them. I think it's the buyer's urge No, maybe. I don't know. To influence him to buy a product or a service. But what if the same principles used in subliminal advertising are also being used by the U.S. intelligence community?
It is.
Is it a word?
No, I mean, it is a word. I'm saying they're doing subliminal messaging to get to push their their narrative and shit.
For sure. But what if it's being used for the intelligence community for the purposes of espionage or even mind control? A former secret CIA document titled The Operational Potential of Subliminal Perception describes in precise detail the prescribed methodology for gaming the principles of subliminal perception to persuade someone to do something that they usually wouldn't do. While the author of the document ultimately concludes that the operational effectiveness of subliminal perception is extremely limited, the CIA is widely known for its knack for operating within the strictures of extreme limits and still accomplishing its clandestine objectives with flying colors.
That's like TikTok and shit, man. Like everyone's walking around them dumbass red Yoshi boots and shit.
Oh, dude, those things are fucking dope.
That's dumber than shit, man. That's subliminal messaging.
So stupid. I don't get them. But
you fell for it. You're falling for it. That is dumb.
They're so big.
They're huge. They're dumb though.
Oh god.
They're so stupid.
Yeah, it's
and everybody wants them.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different than you and I. It's always, everybody wants to start a podcast.
For sure. Yeah, don't do it.
But I think Disney is one of the biggest purveyors of all this shit.
Yeah.
And they start our kids young on this stuff, trying to get them to believe certain things and kind of be submissive and docile. 100%.
For sure.
But I will watch every episode of The Mandalorian as it becomes available. Don't care.
Hell yeah.
And I really look forward to meeting The Mandalorian and Grogu at Hollywood Studios next week. Because I got something to tell them. I've been watching the show for a long time.
Like, listen up. I got to talk to you guys about something.
There's shit that they're missing that I know about.
Yeah.
There's stuff that I know about that I need him as a traveler. This is the way. He is a Mandalorian. I need him to know some stuff.
For sure.
And I'm going to make sure he knows. And this isn't necessarily it is a weapon. CIA interrogation, it 1,000,000% is a weapon.
Oh, yeah.
One of their favorite weapons of their choice. But there was a document released a few years back where it detailed quite a few of the interrogation techniques that the CIA likes to use. And I thought it'd be interesting to share it with you guys. It seemed like something that was right up your alley. One of the first things they resort to in the CIA interrogation tactics is the old abdominal slap. Oh. That's one of Rob Dog's favorite moves. I see him do it to his kids and anybody else lying on their back stretching out.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite a tummy slapper, aren't you?
Love it. Good old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned ab slap.
Yeah.
The purpose was to cause the detainee to feel fear and despair, to punish certain behavior and humiliate or insult the detainee, according to a description in government documents obtained by the American Civil Liberties Union in 2009. The interrogator stands about a foot from the detainee's stomach and slaps the detainee with the back of his hand.
Big old chop.
The interrogator's hand is held with the fingers together and straight and slaps the detainee's abdomen.
Oh, dude.
The CIA was using this technique prior to 2004 without approval by the Justice Department.
It happened to me on freshman day.
Did you get paddled?
I did not get paddled because I hid in the middle school.
You disguised.
I fucking hid in the middle school, and we were looking out Miss Witter's window, just terrified that somebody was going to come and get us.
Oh man, I got gotten.
The only thing that happened to me was that night at football practice, or maybe after the football game. Clint held me up and raised my fucking shirt, and they took turns and fucking gave me some chops across the stomach. That shit hurt. A cherry belly.
That night, they were like, the football team was like, "All right, guys, we're doing a poster party for school spirit. All the football teams going to gather around. We're going to make posters." And it was at Danielle's house.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got there, and it was just nothing but freshmen, and we're all just standing there staring at each other.
Like fish in a barrel, dog.
And then the trucks. I'm like, we're fucked. We are absolutely fucked.
We did, so later on, we had, whenever I worked at the old pizza place, we had the big old pizza peels.
Ooh.
And then every day that was like freshman day, but freshman day was like a thing you knew about in middle school. So even like 6th graders were terrified that the first Friday of
I was
the
scared
school
for my
year.
life, man.
Yeah, we just drove around holding that thing out of the window, like following the school bus, and would just fucking watch these kids scatter. Dude, all these little kids were so scared. Like psychological
awful.
warfare. Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
They don't do shit like that anymore.
Yeah, I never paddled anybody, but
really, what really saved us is the year before we were freshmen, there was a kid before us that got paddled, and they broke his ball sack from the backside.
oh yeah,
You remember that?
yeah.
He broke his dick and balls.
I remember Jeremy got it so bad
Yeah.
that he couldn't sit down for like 2 days because his ass was like blistered and bruised.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude the year before us, they broke his sack open.
Ugh. I don't remember who it was, but I remember it happening.
I do. I remember.
I think I might know who it is.
Yeah. It was his name was Mike.
Oh, okay, not who I thought it was.
Okay. The next one's the cramped confinement in terms of their interrogations. The interrogator would put the detainee in a box, sometimes big enough to stand in for up to 18 hours, or one only big enough to curl up in for about 2 hours. The interrogator had the option to put a harmless insect inside the small box with the when the technique was used on Zubaida. We're talking about the interrogations that happened there in the Middle East. Zubaida. Because, yeah, he hated bugs. This is probably my favorite one, though. They are also authorized to do dietary manipulation. So essentially what they would do is they would feed these guys 2 weeks, keep them on Ensure.
Oh God.
Ensure and liquids, water and Ensure. And they'd give them then they would like give them a really big like gluttonous meal, something to fucking lock their gut up. And it would just
Oh man.
and then they would feed him like really heavy food for a couple weeks, and they would switch him back to nothing but Ensure and water, and they would just go back and forth. Just essentially to try and get them to shit themselves to death.
Oh, that sucks.
That'd be the fastest way to kill my ass. Make me poop my pants to death.
Dude, if that happened to me, I'd probably generate so much poop.
I'd generate a lot of heat and friction.
Yeah.
I could probably burn myself out of that facility.
Yeah. It definitely would be, yeah, it'd be dirty.
I took my underwear off, so this is very private.
Okay. I'm glad you're letting me in on this private moment.
Let's see, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I took a shower Saturday night. Got so fucking drunk I almost died. Almost passed away.
Right.
Sunday I pretty much laid around all day. So then when I got in the shower this morning before work, I was still wearing the underwear that I was wearing from Saturday night.
Okay.
When I took them off, I talk a big game like I have shit stains, but I don't ever have shit stains.
Yeah.
It's
funny.
I had a lot of shit stains in this underwear.
They're probably wedged so far
I had
up your
fucking
ass.
crusty, dirty shit stains in these underwear.
Well, I didn't see you shit that night, but I mean, I seen you do some pretty fucking athletic stuff like while you were trashed. So that probably helped. Like, I closed the stall door on you, and you tried to climb over the top of it in the bathroom, and lots of standing up and sitting down. And I'm sure they were wedging up your ass crack.
Did I do that?
What?
Jumped over the stall?
It wasn't the stall. So they had
like a divider.
Yeah, they had a divider that separated like the
remember that.
sink area from like the urinal area. For some reason, I've never seen that before.
Did I jump it?
You got like halfway over it and you jumped down.
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, you were like tits and stomach over it. You couldn't get your lower body over it though, so you just jumped down.
Well, that leads me to my next part.
Yeah.
I picked up these underwear to see, like, God damn, how much did I shit myself? In the crotch, there was a bunch of fucking blood.
Oh my God. There was like holy shit.
I should go up and get them after we're done here.
I'll smell them. Dude.
And I was like, oh my God, I was just pissing blood or something. I've got my dick cut. I couldn't figure it out. But then I started doing a little self-examination.
Yeah.
And it looked like I had like maybe an ingrown hair or something to the right of my scrotum.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I popped it or something. It
that
was
sucks.
bleeding in my underwear. But I thought like my kidneys had given out on me or something.
That sucks, dude.
There was a bunch of blood in the crotch of my underwear, and they were white on the inside. I was scared. I was terrified this morning.
Yeah, I've done that before with lighter colored underwear whenever I like cut my balls.
I had shit and blood in my underwear after a night of being like blackout drunk. So then I started thinking to myself,
Where's the poop at?
I started thinking to myself, was I raped? Like, was I fucking sexually assaulted by another man? Perfect storm, man.
Hey,
I should go get those Grundies after we're done down here.
Grundies. Hell yeah, dude.
They're not undies, they're Grundies.
They've seen some shit.
Another fun tactic they would do is just resort to complete nudity. Fuck! This technique was used with others. For instance, a detainee would be forced to stand for prolonged periods while completely naked. There's also the stress positions. The purpose of these...
Spread your butt.
Spread your ass cheeks. The purpose of these techniques are to stimulate mild discomfort from extended muscle use. According to a description in a government document obtained by the ACLU, 2 such positions used on Zubaydah were to have him sit on the floor with his legs stretched out in front of him and his arms above his head, or kneeling on the floor while leaning back at a 45-degree angle.
Damn.
Fuck, that would suck.
Dude, yeah, I was I was doing something new at work today, and I was doing a lot of hand work, but like my hands were like up high, so they were like above, like my center of mass where they normally
It's
are.
hard to hold your hands up
And,
high for a long time.
Dude, my arms were so fucking tired, and I mean, I'm not like I'm just like head level, you know what I mean?
Sucks.
And it was like 30 minutes or so, and I'm like, I had to keep taking breaks. I'm like, God damn, I feel like a little weak.
That's why mechanics have like big shoulders and big traps and shit.
Like I feel awful. Like I feel awful about myself.
Little pipsqueaks.
Yeah.
I'll let you do tell them about sleep deprivation.
Hell yeah, sleep deprivation. I would die. Detainees were kept awake for up to 180 hours, often standing or in a stress position.
Oh no.
The Senate report said this the detainees' hands would be shackled above their heads. At least 5 detainees had disturbing hallucinations during this technique, and in 2 of those cases, the CIA continued the practice. One detainee, Arsala Khan...
He owns AEW now.
Grab his wallet. Hallucinated after 56 hours of standing sleep deprivation in October of 2003.
Wow.
October of 2003. This shit is fucking happening.
This is some 9/11 shit, dog. Your ass is staying awake.
After this, the CIA came to the conclusion that he does not appear to be the subject involved in current plans or activities against U.S. personnel or facilities. After about a month of detention and interrogation, the CIA recommended that he be released due to his village, but investigators instead transferred him to the U.S. military, where he remained in custody for 4 years.
Awake the entire time.
4 fucking years.
That's awful.
Dude, that's crazy.
They'd also make the detainees do wall standing. Detainee faces a wall, standing about 4 feet away. The interrogator has the detainee reach out his arms towards the wall so that his fingers are touching it. The detainee would have to hold that position indefinitely, according to a description by the author that helped write all this stuff. They also did a thing called walling. Interrogators would slam detainees against a wall. In one instance, Zubaydah was slammed against a concrete wall. The Senate report said on March 2nd, 2003, Al-Qaeda leader Khalid Sheikh Mohammed underwent intense questioning and walling.
Oh, shit.
Giving up no new information, interrogators waterboarded him. After an hour of that, he said, "I'm ready to talk."
So, I've thought about this before.
I kind of want to be waterboarded.
I was just getting ready to say that. I mean, I'm sure it sucks, but I don't think it would be that bad.
I wonder if anyone's ever died from being waterboarded.
I'm sure people have.
I'm reading
What if I come?
They're like, all right, dump the water. You're just like, oh, fuck. He starts fucking squirting.
New kink unlocked.
Oh, my God, he's leaking something.
He's leaking oil.
You should see the inside of my underwear, dude.
Dude, I'm excited. I want to see him. Have they been washed yet?
No, I put them back on me. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I put them back on.
I've just been wearing them since. Got to keep these babies in pristine condition.
I don't want anyone else to lay in my juices.
Can't put any miles on them.
I'll send you a picture.
Hell yeah.
I'll snap a pic of them.
Sweet.
It's terrifying.
Oh, dude, I love it.
I think we should waterboard each other.
Okay.
This has to happen at your house, though, in front of a large crowd.
Okay.
I think it definitely would work. Yeah. Then we have the actual the mother load waterboarding. This is one of their favorite tactics for the CIA, their favorite go-tos. The detainee is strapped to a board or a bench, and water is poured over the detainee's face to simulate drowning. According to the Senate report, the technique brought on convulsions and vomiting, immediate fluid intake, and involuntary leg, chest, and arm spasms. Abu Zubaydah became completely unresponsive with bubbles rising through his open, full mouth. Zubaydah was described as hysterical after these sessions and distressed to a level that he was unable to effectively communicate. Okay, maybe I don't want waterboarding. At one point, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed was waterboarded 65 times in the afternoon of March 12th, 2003, and the next morning of March 13th. He got waterboarded 65 times.
Damn, dude. I think I could take once.
Dude, I'd be so fucking wet.
Maybe twice if it was piss.
If you've ever been waterboarded with piss, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. We are looking for Dark Vault submissions, so if you've ever been through something traumatic, we had a young lady that she was sex trafficked. I'm waiting for her email back. I got if you've ever seen someone die in front of you, probably like a horrific murder. If I've talked to you before and then I stopped talking to you, write me again, as I've just lost it. I've just lost you in the.
Or your story sucked.
Usually I only talk to the people who I have intent to interview.
Yeah.
Send them back to us, and we'd love to chat with you, talk to you about your awful struggles. Or if you've ever seen a beast or a creature, been attacked by a creature. I'm so sick of fucking ghost stories because they're all the same.
This doesn't go for like swamp donkeys. Like that's not a.
I've been attacked by a swamp donkey.
Haven't we all?
Fuck yeah.
Called that doing the Lord's work.
Fuck yeah. If you were offended by any of the farts in this episode, we're going to have a fartless episode we're going to put on Patreon for $1.
Send us your address. We'll mail you $5.
We'll burn this to a disc. We'll send you the fartless edition of this episode if you want it.
Put it on a floppy for you.
Just because we care about you. And to the young lady that left us a 4-star review and still fucking rolled her name to the mud, thank you for being kind enough to give us the 4-star. And
yeah, no, that was awesome. I'll take it.
About us.
Sorry we're not your cup of tea, but
we would really get along with your boys, though.
For sure.
They would like us.
Tell them to listen.
Yeah. Give them...
Lose one listener, but gain 3.
Give them our card. We used to have cards. We used to have business cards.
Yeah, we did.
They're gone now.
They're somewhere.
Stuck them everywhere.
I was say I got like a bunch of them in storage somewhere.
You gotta find those
in my memory vault.
Do you have a storage not
an actual unit? I mean, just like in the fucking garage in a box
somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, I got some stuff like a lot of. I keep like one of each copy of the stickers in the safe.
Oh, cool.
So I'll at least have one to remember.
Whenever
one of us die prematurely.
One of us prematurely ejaculate tonight.
Tonight. Story of my life, man. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah, man. Amen, brother.
It's going to be good. All right, yeah, I'll be in Orlando on Monday. Don't come looking for me because I'm going to be with the family and I can't party with you. So,
especially at them fucking prices.
Yeah. But if you do want to party with us, the following weekend, April 15th, Louisville, Kentucky, we're going to be going out after. We're going to a Brazilian steakhouse.
Getting a Brazilian wax.
And we're getting a Brazilian dude to come on us. Inside of us.
Ain't nothing better than a good Brazilian wax.
Rob's never had a Brazilian steakhouse before. So
no.
I'm so excited to take him.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You're going to be fucking miserable.
Dude, I'm going to throw up.
You will get the meat sweats. You'll get sick.
Hell yeah. I'm here for it, man. I'm all about it. Sweaty meat. I love it.
If you've ever had the meat sweats, send us an email. We got 4 emails this week that said I'm tired. So
hell yeah.
People are still listening. If you're still listening, we're going to keep on making the shit. All right, everyone have a great week. We're happy to be with you here on Monday. Hopefully we can get something else. Get together and do something else before I leave for vacation so we don't leave you high and dry.
Sure thing.
But thanks for being here, guys.
Love you guys. Thank you. There we go.
There we go.
Count the farts in this episode. If you're successful, we'll mail you a fart.
Let's listen to one right now. Already mastered.
We'll mail you a fart.
Progressively trying to mutate. That's fine.
No,
What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. I'm just thinking about something. I gotta remember.
Okay.
It's stupid.
That's fine.
No,
They a lot of people think that there's
oh God.
fart tech right there. There are a lot of them in here.
Yeah. I got quite a few markers in there. You're a pretty farty boy. Yeah, we can't. Sometimes I'll respond to the chat, but usually I don't say much during the episode because I'm busy.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, love you guys.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.